the ultimate game in the college football season. Everything has built to this. The battle for the national championship and college football immortality. A moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. So the Clemson Tigers will get the first crack on offense today. Well, here we go, Kirk. The energy in this place is tremendous. We are 60 minutes away from crowning a new national champion.
And think about it, Chris. These two teams have put everything into this to get to this stage and this opportunity.
Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
You know, a lot of times when you see a sack like this, you got to give a lot of credit to the coverage downfield. I don't think the quarterback really felt good about anybody being open, so he held the ball just a little bit too long and allows the defense to come up with the first sack of the game.
So it's second down and long here from the 13. Back to pass. It's Klubnik. Running back grabs it on a screen. And they bring him down. Blocker has not much help on the screen there. He's short of the first down.
Early on in a football game, the offense always wants to try to develop just a nice rhythm to their offense. That time, just a simple screen to the running back, and they build some confidence on this first drive with a nice play.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment.
Well, I've always said I think this quarterback all year long has been able to be as consistent as any quarterback in the country. And when you get the third down, you've got to trust that he's going to make the right decision and throw an accurate ball to give you a chance at a first down. There's another example of it right there.
Hand off to the right side. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, there's that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. The sure hands. It's Briningstool. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Chris, this guy has a big-time arm. He just zipped the ball in there. You know, you can sometimes show your arm strength in other ways than just bombing it deep.
Offense facing a third and short from the 41. Can they make the first down and avoid a tricky fourth down decision? But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. Third and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes. Is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this fourth and short.
They'll kick it away here. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. So Alabama's offense out there for their first possession. And here we go, Kirk, this matchup on the edge that's going to go a long way to deciding this game. An elite wide receiver and a guy who doesn't believe anybody can beat him.
This is going to be like a boxing match where it's an all-out battle. Two extremely gifted athletes competing on every snap. Better get your popcorn ready. You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
An incompletion makes it 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Milroe. Defense is coming after him. And the sack is made. That's a nice play there by the sophomore.
Boy, a great play here by a Clemson defender. It makes you think of all these great Clemson defenders they've had over the years, like The Fridge or Daquan Bowers, Vic Beasley, Grady Jarrett, and of course, most recently, Miles Murphy, who got drafted just a few years ago. Always great defensive lineman, allows this defense to be athletic. And with players like this, it's just a defense you do not want to face.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Looking to set up a screen pass here. And they'll bring him down. The defense fought through the blocks, and they stop him short of the first down.
The offense gets some positive yards here, but they're going to be short of the first down marker to set up fourth down. Really good job by the defense of tackling and the awareness to keep him short of that first down marker.
Punt team ready to boot it away. Looking to flip the field here. With the return, it's Williams. Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain on the return. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. The last possession, they were forced to kick it away. Can they finally get things going this time? Grab behind the line. It's Maffa. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, they get positive yards here. You have a sense that they wanted a little bit more of that pitch and catch.
A second down after that completion. Quarterback keeps the football. And he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the first down yardage.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. I'll give them credit. They didn't lose anything, so it wasn't a negative play. But this kind of play's got to be able to hit big and get down the sidelines for big yards.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. He escapes one man, but he'll be swallowed up on the play and taken down.
Interesting call here by the defense in their dime set with 6 defensive backs. Instead of manning up and applying pressure on the receivers, they sit back, make it tougher on the quarterback, make him have to read their zone coverage. He gets confused and allows the defensive line to get to the quarterback.
And the Tigers will send their punt team onto the field. They're going to kick it away for the second time. Ball lands at the 5. It doesn't check up. Bounces into the end zone for a touchback. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if you do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
So second down after the incompletion. And the back now goes in motion. Looking downfield. It's Milroe. He pulls it in for a big gain. And the gain just good enough for a first down. As we get lined up here for quarter number 2, we'll see if the offenses can get going. They didn't do much in the opening quarter. Looking to throw it on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Miller.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Completion sets up a second down play. On the run, it's Miller. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 43. Can they keep the drive going or perhaps face a tough 4th down decision? They'll try to run for the first down. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. Play action here on first down. Quick throw to his receiver. It's caught downfield. Brought down quickly, but the game moves the football to the 30.
You know, Chris, if we would have told Bear Bryant that Alabama would have a wide receiver that won a Heisman in recent years, I don't think he would have believed us. But that's where we are. They've been some great ones in the past, and we're seeing some great-looking receivers on this unit right now.
Alabama comes up with the line quickly. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Important second down play coming up. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play. Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Grab down the middle. It's Henderson. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. Alabama now operating in the red zone. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Looking for 6. And it's incomplete, very near the goal line.
This is a great job by the defense, putting 2 defenders on the most talented receiver on their team. Make this quarterback have to find another option to move the ball down the field.
Second down here. Time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. Takes the handoff. It's Miller. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. We'll take a quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute warning. An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. And it's picked off in the end zone.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They've got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. He'll take a deep shot here. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Touchdown, Clemson. Just ran away from the defense.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Fielded in the end zone. It's Henderson. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. Trying to get the throw off. Throws the ball away, but not before taking a hit. Second down after the incompletion. Back to pass. It's Milroe. Lets it fly to the wideout. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
The defense has got to do a better job of communicating. That is a wide open receiver. They catch a break by an errant throw by the quarterback.
Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? And now the handoff. He stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down now. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. This offense scorched the defense with a lightning strike, a one-play touchdown in the last possession. Let's see if they can duplicate that magic here. The quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Makes the catch downfield. He'll go down after a solid gain, more than enough for a 1st down.
That's another positive gain here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's 2nd down. To throw, it's Klubnik. Throws it to the right. He's got it near the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, Tigers. That's just nice execution. Quarterback and receiver Kirk perfectly in sync that time.
Yeah, you can see why route running is one of the most underrated attributes of a receiver. It's easy to get caught up on their ability to catch or their vertical or their speed, but nothing substitutes for someone who can create separation like this before the ball's even thrown.
Try to add the lead now with a PAT. The extra point is good. They stretch the lead a little bit more. So the offense gets momentum, scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. Return starts from inside the 5. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Airing this one out toward the sideline. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Touchdown, Bama. Strong game by this quarterback.
Chris, how dangerous is this offense? Of course, you know about the receivers, those vertical shots, but here's an example. You give the ball to the running back out in space, takes it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
And now they'll set up for the point after. With the extra point, they're down 14-7 now. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here, less than 30 seconds before halftime. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Tigers will kick this away to begin the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. Caught near the sideline. It's Williams. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
The key here, Chris, is the timing by the quarterback. The fact he got the ball out quickly gave his receiver a chance. One more hitch or a slight hesitation, and that's an incompletion or an interception.
Offense showing a bunch formation now. Back to throw. It's Milroe. The pocket breaking down. Got him. He's sacked.
Well, Chris, there's another sack by a Clemson defender. And, you know, so often in football we get so caught up in the quarterbacks and the spread looks and the big explosive plays on offense. But you think about where Clemson's been for the last 10 or 12 years, I think their defense deserves as much credit as guys like Trevor Lawrence and Deshaun Watson. This defense has gone to a different level, and that's why they're a national contender every single year.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And the tackle is made. The defense was ready for that screen. They stop him short of the first down.
Screen plays are risky because the defense can get to the quarterback and it also can be covered. Many times, the quarterback just throws it away. Here they get some positive yards.
They bring the punter onto the field now. Running it back, it's Williams. The returner is brought down. There is a flag on the field, so we'll check out this call.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. The offense gets a second chance of points here after that special teams roughing penalty. He's moving out of the pocket. Looking to scramble now. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Dropping back. It's Milroe. He's going for a big play downfield. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. On 3rd and short, they hand the ball off. Juked one tackler and picks up first down yardage.
Good job up front by that offensive line, getting a good push to be able to allow the back to pick up this first down. This is an important drive for this offense. Now that they got a first down, they can open up this playbook and keep attacking this defense.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He's escaping the pocket now. Fighting him off. Breaking free at the 35. Slides to avoid the big hit.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
Alabama comes up to the line quickly. Eludes a tackle, and he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there. Offense sets up for play number 8 on this drive. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Looking for the wideout. Incomplete. Very lucky to avoid an interception there.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, A lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
Now it's 3rd and short from the 24. One of those line of scrimmage battles that could help decide this game. Caught in the backfield. It's Henderson. And he's brought down just short of the marker on that play. Good job by the defense to prevent the first down.
I think he makes the right read here. He gets the ball out to his receiver, but the receiver's got to win. He's got to win that one-on-one matchup against the defender, and he doesn't, so now we've got a 4th down.
The coach decides no field goal attempt. The offense is out there to go for it on 4th down. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Fights through a tackle. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain on that run.
Well, these are the kind of situations you practice every week. You got to be able to get a yard. And the offensive line was able to give them just enough push to convert here on the ground. Clearly, they've done this drill before countless times, and it shows.
In the red area, it's Miller. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards, so 2nd and 6. Handoff here from the shotgun. Nowhere to run. No corralling for no gain.
You get to the national championship, Chris, you'd love to see more balance. They've not been able to run the football the entire game, putting everything on this quarterback in their passing game.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Looking downfield, it's Milroe. The pass rush closing in. Makes the grab on the move. He steps out of bounds, but more than enough yardage to set up 1st and goal. So Clemson has the lead here, Kirk, as we head to the quarter break. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter in this national championship battle that has lived up to the hype. Before the final period, let's check out the game stats. Tackled after the catch, but the ball moves to the 4-yard line.
Quarterback here makes a very good decision. It's a bit risky. You get inside the 10-yard line just throwing the football. It's a critical time in the national championship. Love to see them be able to punch this in and get a touchdown.
Offense facing 2nd and goal. It's a quarterback keeper. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2.
Well, they're getting a little bit closer. That's some good positive yards there, but now it's 3rd and goal. And this is what it all comes down to. You're playing in the national championship. Think of the journey that these two teams have been on. Chris, this is what we hope to see, and it's playing out.
Urgency here in the 4th quarter. They must cut into this lead. It's 3rd down and goal. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
But when you have a big physical offensive line, you can wait to 3rd and goal and rely on them and the running back to get you a touchdown.
And they'll set up now for the extra point try. The PAT is up and good, and we are all tied here in the final quarter. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. They'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. He's hit as he throws it. And that's incomplete. Even on a 1st down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
I think he predetermined where to go with his football. Really did give himself a chance to work through his progressions, locked into his primary, tried to force it in there, and it doesn't work out.
Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. Here's a screen pass to the running back. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
A lot of times this can be a tough play to defend because you're so concerned with getting pressure on the quarterback. But here the defense does a good job of coming off of coverage and chasing down the receiver.
One of the biggest plays we've had so far. Third down and the crowd really getting into it. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, and he can't quite hold on. A great chance for their first interception here today. But it's going to bring up fourth down.
And I think the quarterback here forces the ball because it's third down. But he's got to be careful having the ball on his own side of the field. That ball was almost picked off.
And the Tigers will line up to kick it away. He's on to boot it away now. Oh, and he's got a crease here. Look out. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. From the shotgun, handoff inside. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Receiver makes the grab. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense.
Well, the defense would not be denied on this play. They come up with a sack. Quarterback really didn't have much of a chance at all. Lucky he just held on to the ball.
And here comes the punter onto the field. He was hoping that would check up, but a big bounce sends it into the end zone for a touchback. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. They're coming off a quick 3 and out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. Finds his man. It's Brown. And it's good for a first down to the 36.
Well, he continues to have time to throw the football, and he makes this defense pay for it. Now, they realized coming into this game they had to take away his ability to throw the football downfield, but it's the receivers and their plays after the catch that's really giving them a hard time.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. To the air, it's Klubnik. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, and it's intercepted. Terrible mistake late in the game. Brought down after a short return, but the interception gives the offense the football at the 40.
Oh, Chris, you're in the 4th quarter. It's a tie game, and you throw an interception. Oh, my goodness. I know it's obvious, but you just got to take care of the football. It's that simple. Now their opportunity to take the lead is lost, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? He finds his man.
Man, give the defense a lot of credit. You're taking away the elite receiver. That primary target forces the quarterback to find a second or third option. He gets positive yards, but anytime you can take away the big play late in the game, it's going to help you be able to secure victory.
Pass complete. It's 2nd down now. Try to run it with the option. The back's got it on the pitch. They make the tackle, but enough for a first down. Textbook execution on the option. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half. Trying to find some room. It's Haynes. They pick up 4, so 2nd down and 6 coming up. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
It's a shotgun run call. There's the tackle, but first down yardage. And now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
In the red area, it's Haynes. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Positive yards at this point in the game are always important, especially now that you're starting to get well within the range of a field goal to take the lead. But if I'm this offensive coordinator and quarterback, I'm thinking about a touchdown here late in the game.
Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a third and long. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And they'll stop him after a short gain. So here we go, third down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Touchdown, Alabama, to claim the lead here in the final minute.
Chris, I thought we might be headed to overtime here, but this offense would not be denied. Outstanding execution, and they take the lead. Now it's all about, can their defense hold on to see if they can get this win.
And they'll set up for the PAT. PAT is up and good. You lead by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. So after taking the lead, they'll kick it off here and hope the defense can hold on. He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. They'll get set, needing to score quickly now, looking for some big plays right here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Bringing pressure. Tries to avoid the rush and just gets rid of it. And it's incomplete, even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
Well, everybody talks about sacks, and they're very important. But sometimes just the rush, the pressure, affecting the quarterback is just as effective. He didn't have a clean throwing lane, and they forced the incompletion.
Looking to pass, it's Klubnik. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Clemson.
Chris, a really good route here, and a nice throw by the quarterback to give them a touchdown to tie this game up. And now we're an extra point away from them taking the lead in the national title.
They still need this extra point to tie. And a timeout is taken with just 1 second remaining in the game. Now a crucial PAT attempt. And that PAT gives us a tie ball game here in the final quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. The returner is brought down. Gets us started on the next drive. So tied up after regulation, we go to overtime. Remember, in college football, it's dueling possessions. In the second overtime, if we get there, you have to go for 2 points if you score a touchdown. And the third overtime, Kirk, just becomes a series of 2-point tries.
And I know that's your favorite, to see if we can get to that third series of these overtimes. I love extra football, so I'm looking forward to this. Let's see who's going to win it.
becomes our first play of overtime. Off the play fake on first down. Lets it go quickly. Trying for a pick six to win the game. And a takeaway will seal the victory.
Oh, no. Oh, that is a tough decision by this quarterback. What a mistake. And now it's simply the kicking game. This defense better come out and be ready either to get a turnover or push this line of scrimmage back as far as they can.
Here's a shot toward the end zone. Oh, and he almost had it. Would have been a huge pick here in OT. Instead, second down play coming up.
Boy, not only did they drop what looked like an interception in their own end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum in their favor.
Incompletion sets up a second down. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
So the offense comes up on 3rd and long. They don't want to take a loss and make a potential game-winning field goal try more challenging. Finding space at the 20. He's not going to get the first down. It's 4th down now.
The offense has a big play here, but they really put themselves in a hole on 1st and 2nd down. That's why they've needed to try to play catch-up. They get some great yards there on 3rd down, but it's still 4th down. Can they pick up the first?
And now the defense calls timeout, trying to get organized and come up with a stop here in overtime. So we'll set him now for a field goal to win the game, a moment every kicker dreams about. And he's got it, an overtime game winner.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.